If you're over 60, I want you to listen very carefully to what I'm about to say. There is one fruit sitting in your kitchen right now, maybe in your refrigerator or your breakfast bowl, that could quietly be turning against your brain, your liver, even your heart. And no, I'm not talking about sugar or something processed. I'm talking about blueberries. Yes, the same blueberries we've been told for decades are good for us. And in most cases, they are. They're rich in antioxidants, support memory, and even protect the heart. But here's the shocking part most seniors have never heard. When combined with just a few specific foods, foods that many older adults eat every day, blueberries can trigger toxic reactions in your body. Reactions that can increase inflammation, damage your organs, interfere with your medications, and even speed up the aging process in your brain. These effects aren't just theories. They've been documented in peer-reviewed medical journals, but hardly anyone is talking about them. You might be feeling some of the warning signs already: digestive problems after breakfast, strange fatigue, or medications not working the way they used to. And like most people, you might chalk it up to aging. But the truth is more complex. This is something I see far too often as a neurologist. A simple food pairing, repeated day after day, quietly sets the stage for damage. Not overnight, not in a dramatic collapse, but slowly, silently, until one day something breaks. The good news is you don't need to stop eating blueberries. You just need to eat them the right way. And that's exactly what I'll show you today. Stay with me, because I'm about to reveal the top 3 foods you should never eat with blueberries. And the number 1 item, it's likely in your fridge right now. By the end of this video, you'll know how to keep blueberries working for you, not against you. Let's begin, because your health and your brain are far too precious to leave to chance. Number 1, citrus fruits, the enamel and esophagus destroyer. Blueberries and citrus fruits. On their own, each is considered healthy, but when combined, especially in older adults, they can create an acidic storm that silently damages your body in ways few doctors ever mention. Let me explain. Blueberries contain natural fruit acids, and so do citrus fruits like oranges, grapefruits, and lemons. When you mix them, say in a morning smoothie or fruit salad, the combined acidity can drop the pH in your mouth to dangerously low levels, below 3.5 to be exact. And at that level, your tooth enamel doesn't stand a chance. Studies from the Journal of the American Dental Association found that this specific combination increased enamel erosion by 84% compared to eating the fruit separately. That means seniors who enjoy blueberries with citrus may unknowingly be wearing down their teeth, meal by meal, year after year. But it doesn't stop at your mouth. This acidic overload also affects your digestive tract, especially your esophagus. As we age, the valve between the stomach and esophagus weakens. Add an acidic fruit combo, and you get frequent reflux, burning, or that unsettling sensation after eating that many seniors ignore. Over time, this can lead to a condition known as Barrett's esophagus. And here's the scary part. Barrett's is a precancerous condition, often found in seniors with long-term reflux. One study in the journal Gastroenterology found that older adults who regularly combined acidic fruits experienced nearly 3 times more episodes of severe heartburn and had a 41% higher risk of esophageal damage. And if you take heart medications, such as beta blockers or calcium channel blockers, this acid load can actually reduce how well those medications work. It's not a minor interaction. It can lower drug effectiveness by up to 35%. What's more, the vitamin C in citrus, when combined with the natural iron in blueberries, can disrupt iron metabolism. For some, this can cause iron overload, especially for the 1 in 200 seniors living with undiagnosed hemochromatosis. That condition can silently damage the liver, pancreas, and even the heart over time. If you've ever noticed canker sores, burning in your chest after eating, or more sensitivity in your teeth lately, this combination might be the reason. These aren't just annoying symptoms, they're red flags from your body. So what should you do? If you enjoy both blueberries and citrus fruits, it's okay to keep eating them. Just not together. Separate them by at least 3 hours. That simple change allows your body's pH to stabilize and prevents the acidity from compounding. Your blueberries will still benefit your brain, Your citrus will still support your immunity, but more importantly, you'll avoid the slow, silent damage that too many seniors are experiencing without even knowing why. Because in this stage of life, the small things, the food pairings, the timing, the interactions, can make all the difference between healing and harm. Now let's move to the second most common food that turns blueberries from a superfood into a health saboteur. And it's something most of us have been told to combine with fruit since childhood. Number 2, dairy products, the benefit blocker. Think back to your morning routine. Maybe you pour blueberries over a bowl of yogurt. Maybe you mix them into a glass of milk or blend them into a smoothie with whey protein or cheese cubes on the side. It feels wholesome, just like your doctor recommended. But what if I told you that combining blueberries with dairy products could quietly cancel out nearly all of their brain and heart benefits? This is one of the most misunderstood food pairings I see in older adults. The anthocyanins in blueberries, those powerful compounds that protect your brain, fight inflammation, and slow aging, are incredibly fragile. And when they come into contact with the proteins found in dairy, like casein, they bind together into complex structures that your body can't absorb. A study published in the journal Free Radical Biology and Medicine showed something stunning. When participants consumed blueberries with milk, their antioxidant levels dropped by up to 70%. In other words, most of the benefit was lost. But it doesn't stop there. This blueberry-dairy combination can also lead to gut fermentation. Especially in seniors with slower digestion, those protein-bound antioxidant complexes sit in the intestines longer. Bacteria begin to ferment them, releasing gases like hydrogen sulfide and methane, gases that not only cause bloating, cramps, and flatulence, but can irritate and inflame the intestinal lining over time. Let me tell you about one of my patients, Margaret Thompson, a 72-year-old retired librarian from Cincinnati. Margaret was proud of her health routine. Every morning she had a blueberry yogurt parfait with flax seeds and granola. But over time, she noticed increasing stomach pain, bloating, and fatigue. Worse, her thyroid medication stopped working the way it used to. Blood tests showed low thyroid hormone levels despite correct dosing. Her digestion was sluggish, and her gut was inflamed. It turned out the dairy-blueberry combo had been interfering with her medication absorption for months. We adjusted the timing of her meals. No dairy within 6 hours of blueberries or thyroid meds. And within 2 weeks, she felt dramatically better. And this is key. Dairy doesn't just block blueberry benefits. It can interfere with medications, especially thyroid pills like levothyroxine and antibiotics, such as tetracycline or ciprofloxacin. The binding effect in your gut is so strong that medication effectiveness can drop by over 60%. That's not a small dip. That's the difference between protection and risk. So, what should you do? If you love blueberries, eat them, but separate them from dairy by at least 4 to 6 hours. Enjoy them with oatmeal, almond milk, or a small handful of nuts instead. You'll not only keep the antioxidants intact, you'll avoid the fermentation, the bloating, and the dangerous medication interactions. Because in this chapter of life, what you pair together on your plate can either unlock healing or block it entirely. Now, if that surprised you, wait until you hear the most dangerous food to mix with blueberries. This next one might be turning your iron supplement into a liver toxin, and it nearly cost one of my patients her life. Number 3, iron supplements, the liver destroyer. For many older adults, iron supplements are part of a daily routine. Maybe your doctor prescribed them for anemia. Maybe you read that iron boosts energy or helps prevent fatigue. And if you are health conscious, you might even take your iron pills with a blueberry smoothie, thinking the vitamin C will help your body absorb more iron. But what if that combination, blueberries and iron, is doing something far worse than you imagined? Let me tell you a story that I'll never forget. Margaret Thompson, yes, the same woman I mentioned earlier, was also taking iron supplements for mild anemia. She was doing everything right, eating healthy, taking her prescribed medication, blending iron tablets into a blueberry smoothie every morning. But within 3 weeks, she developed symptoms that sent her to the emergency room. Stabbing abdominal pain, nausea so intense she couldn't eat, extreme fatigue, and a gray tint to her skin. Her urine turned dark brown. Blood tests showed her liver enzymes had spiked to 5 times the normal level. An MRI revealed something far more alarming, Iron deposits inside her liver tissue. What happened? Blueberries, though packed with antioxidants, also contain powerful compounds called tannins and polyphenols. These substances act like magnets for iron. When you consume them with iron supplements, they bind tightly to the iron and form complexes your body cannot absorb or eliminate easily. Instead of helping, the iron gets trapped and starts to accumulate, especially in organs like the liver, pancreas, and heart. This process doesn't just cancel out the benefits of the iron, it creates oxidative stress, tiny chemical fires that damage cells and tissues from the inside. A study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition confirmed that consuming blueberries with iron supplements reduced iron absorption by 67% and caused measurable liver cell damage in 89% of participants. Margaret was lucky. We caught it in time, separated her iron intake from her blueberry routine by 6 hours, and began chelation therapy to pull the excess iron from her system. After 4 months, her liver enzymes returned to normal. But she told me something I still think about to this day. Doctor, I thought I was helping my body. I had no idea I was slowly poisoning it. Here's the key message. For seniors, the digestive system slows down. Detoxification is less efficient. And when you combine powerful plant compounds with concentrated supplements like iron, the effects can be amplified in dangerous ways. If you are taking iron, whether through pills or iron-rich foods like liver or fortified cereals, wait at least 6 hours before eating blueberries. And always talk to your doctor about timing. This one small adjustment can protect your liver, your heart, and your brain. Because health isn't just about what you eat. It's about when and how you eat it. Now that we've revealed the 3 foods that turn blueberries toxic, let's shift to the good news. What if I told you there are 5 foods that, when combined with blueberries, can multiply their health benefits, especially for your heart and your brain? Let's explore those next. The right combinations, when blueberries become even more powerful. We've talked about what not to do, and that knowledge alone can protect your liver, your medications, and even your memory. But now let's shift toward healing. Because when blueberries are combined with the right foods, foods that support digestion, balance absorption, and enhance antioxidant power, they become more than just a superfood. They become medicine. As a neurologist, I've seen the difference these combinations can make, especially in seniors who are struggling with brain fog, fatigue, or memory issues. And what's exciting is, these aren't exotic ingredients. They're foods you likely already enjoy. The key is knowing how to pair them. Let's begin with number 1 on the list. A classic breakfast for many, but when combined with blueberries, it does far more than fill your belly. It actively protects your heart, stabilizes your blood sugar, and extends the brain-boosting power of berries for hours. Number 4, oatmeal and whole grains. Blueberries and oatmeal aren't just a popular combo, they're a scientifically proven partnership for brain and heart health. Here's why. Oats contain soluble fiber, particularly beta-glucan, which helps lower LDL cholesterol. When combined with the polyphenols in blueberries, these 2 compounds work together to enhance each other's effects. A study from the British Journal of Nutrition found that seniors who ate blueberries with oatmeal saw a 38% greater drop in LDL cholesterol compared to those who ate oatmeal alone, and a 45% greater reduction compared to blueberries alone. But there's more. The slow-digesting carbohydrates in oats help stabilize the natural sugars in the blueberries. This means no blood sugar spike and no crash, just a smooth, steady release of energy. That's especially important for older adults who may be dealing with diabetes, insulin resistance, or unexplained fatigue. When I advise of my patients who feel sluggish by late morning or experience mood dips before lunch, I often ask about breakfast. If they're eating fruit alone, they're likely getting that sugar crash. But when they pair blueberries with something like oats or whole grain toast, their energy lasts for hours. And more importantly, so does the antioxidant protection in their bloodstream. The best time to enjoy this combo, between 9 and 11 a.m., when your metabolism is naturally active and your body is ready to absorb those nutrients efficiently. Add a pinch of cinnamon for extra blood sugar control, or a spoonful of ground flaxseed for added omega-3s. But keep the dairy out of the bowl. Use water or a plant-based milk to avoid canceling the benefits. Because this isn't just breakfast, it's brain therapy in a bowl. Next, let's move on to another powerful partner for blueberries. One that supports memory, reduces inflammation, and even protects the fragile cells in your eyes. And the best part? You only need a small handful each day. Number 5, nuts. Nature's brain booster. There's something almost magical about the way blueberries and nuts work together inside the aging brain. When you eat a handful of walnuts or almonds with blueberries, you're not just snacking, you're delivering a double punch of antioxidants, healthy fats, and protective compounds that can slow cognitive decline and sharpen your memory. Let me explain how this works. Blueberries contain anthocyanins, powerful plant pigments that fight inflammation and oxidative stress. But like many nutrients, they need help to survive the journey through your digestive system. That's where nuts come in. Walnuts, almonds, and even pistachios contain healthy fats, particularly omega-3s and vitamin E. These fats do two things. First, they help your body absorb the fat-soluble compounds in blueberries more efficiently. Second, they protect these delicate compounds from oxidation, allowing more of them to reach your brain. In a study published in the Journal of Alzheimer's Disease, seniors who ate a daily mix of blueberries and walnuts improved their memory test scores by 23% over 6 months. Researchers also found reduced markers of brain inflammation and improved blood flow to critical areas like the hippocampus, the memory center of the brain. I remember one of my patients, Mr. Harold Wells, age 78. A retired architect, Harold was worried about his memory. He didn't want to lose the mental clarity he relied on during his career. We made one small change. He swapped his afternoon cookie snack for a bowl of blueberries and raw almonds. Within 2 months, he reported feeling more alert, more focused, and even said his wife noticed he was telling fewer repeat stories at dinner. His cognitive test scores improved, and so did his confidence. This combination also benefits your heart. The healthy fats in nuts reduce inflammation in blood vessels, while the polyphenols in blueberries improve elasticity. That means better circulation, more oxygen to the brain, and a lower risk of stroke. Just one word of caution. Keep your portion sizes moderate. A small handful of raw, unsalted nuts is enough. Avoid nuts coated in sugar or chocolate, and steer clear of dairy-based yogurt with fruit, which can interfere with absorption. Want to supercharge the effect? Add these two to a bowl of warm steel-cut oats. It's a simple, powerful breakfast that supports your brain, your heart, and your independence. And now let's move to another food that's often overlooked. But when paired with blueberries, it can calm inflammation across your entire body, especially in your joints and blood vessels. Let's talk about leafy greens. Number 6, dark leafy greens. The inflammation fighter. If you're waking up stiff, if your joints ache when the weather changes, or if your blood pressure is creeping up year after year, this next food pairing may offer more relief than any pill. Dark leafy greens like spinach, kale, and Swiss chard are already known for their benefits. They're rich in vitamin K, magnesium, and a wide range of antioxidants. But when you combine them with blueberries, something special happens. The vitamin K found in greens plays a crucial role in bone strength, but it also works synergistically with the polyphenols in blueberries to reduce a key marker of chronic inflammation, C-reactive protein, or CRP. A study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition followed over 300 older adults and found that those who ate blueberries with leafy greens had a 45% greater reduction in CRP levels compared to those who ate either food alone. That's not just a small improvement. It's enough to lower your risk of heart disease, arthritis flare-ups, and even cognitive decline. Here's why this matters for seniors. As we age, low-grade inflammation becomes a quiet but constant threat. It damages blood vessels, weakens bones, and interferes with memory. You may not feel it day to day, but over time, it wears down your system like rust on a car. By combining blueberries with a cup of cooked spinach or a fresh kale salad, you create a nutritional shield. The anthocyanins in blueberries help block the inflammatory pathways, while the greens provide essential minerals that regulate your immune response. I often tell my patients, If you can, eat this pairing during lunch. It's light, energizing, and won't interfere with medications the way citrus or dairy might. Try a salad with baby spinach, blueberries, a few crushed walnuts, and a simple olive oil dressing. It's not only delicious, it's deeply healing. And if leafy greens are hard to digest, lightly steam them. That softens the fiber without sacrificing their nutrients. Because reducing inflammation doesn't have to be complicated. It starts with your plate, and these two humble foods working together. Now let's move to a surprising combination that's been shown to protect the brain from aging, boost your mental clarity, and even promote the growth of new brain cells. You may already drink it daily, but pairing it with blueberries takes it to another level. Let's talk about green tea. So let's take a moment to reflect on what we've uncovered today. Blueberries are often praised as nature's perfect brain food, and they truly are. But for seniors, food isn't just about nutrition anymore. It's about interaction. Because as we age, our bodies change. Digestion slows, medications increase, and the margin for error becomes smaller. We learned that combining blueberries with citrus fruits can silently erode your enamel, inflame your esophagus, and interfere with medications. Mixing them with dairy blocks their benefits and disrupts your gut. And pairing them with iron supplements doesn't just waste nutrients, it can overload your liver and damage it. But we also discovered the flip side, how the right partners like oats, nuts, leafy greens, green tea, and even dark chocolate can amplify blueberries' healing power. They can protect your memory, support your heart, fight inflammation, and help you feel sharper, more energized, and more in control of your aging. Or remember, aging isn't about avoiding life. It's about living smarter, more consciously, and with deep respect for your body's wisdom. So here's what I recommend. Start small. Choose one combination to improve. Try blueberries with walnuts instead of yogurt. Move your iron supplements to later in the day. Sip green tea alongside your morning oats. These little steps, done consistently, will lead to big changes in how you feel. And now I want to hear from you. Type 1 in the comments if you found this video helpful, or 0 if you'd like more guidance. Tell us how you eat your blueberries, and if you have noticed changes in your digestion, energy, or medication since making adjustments. We read every comment and reply with real, personalized advice. And if you care about your health, don't stop here. You may be eating papaya to help your digestion or boost immunity, but did you know there are 7 deadly mistakes people make with papaya that could harm your liver, spike your blood sugar, or even become fatal? Watch our next video. Eat papaya but never make these 7 mistakes. They can be fatal. Linked right here on the screen and in the description below. Take care of your brain, take care of your body, and remember it's never too late to eat smarter, live better, and feel stronger. Thanks for watching.